Hello everyone, we are Group 4. Our reflection video is about personal data protection in Malaysia. We are from SET3, Group 4. Our group member have Liu Zixian, Xizheng and Shixin. Today, we are going to talk about personal data protection in context of Malaysia law. This discussion will cover the legal principle learned in EPPA2823. With particular focus on this principle applied to current personal data protection issues. First, we need to understand the Malaysia legal system. In Malaysia, law is a set of rules and regulations formed and enforced by government agency to regulate conduct. This basic understanding is crucial when we dive into specific areas such as personal data protection. The law in Malaysia is divided into public law and private law. Public law governs the relationship between individuals and government, while private law governs with the relationship between individuals. The protection of personal data involves national regulation and individual rights, covering both areas. Malaysia's law system, including written law, such as the federal constitution, state constitution, as well as unwritten law, including customary law, judicial decision, and common law principle. The protection of personal data is primarily governed by written law, in particular the Personal Data Protection Act. Next, let's see the contract law. Contract law deal with the processing of personal data. For example, when a customer signs up for a service, the contract must be spell out how their data will be used. The main principle to ensure that both pairs agree to on terms of use of data are offers and acceptance, which is Section 4 and Section 5 of the Contract Act. As far as the purpose is concerned, it is complete when the accept information is transmitted to the purpose. This ensures that the both partners agree to the term of use of the data. And the second is the certainty, which is Section 30 of the Contract Act. Agreement whose means is certainty is wide. This requires that the data protection provision be clear. So, any contract involving personal data must be specific. The first purpose of data collection, how data is purpose and stored. And the third is the right of data subject, including access and a correction. Okay, next part.
Okay, I'm Xizheng, law of agency. In agency relationships, agents are responsible for protecting their principal's personal data. For example, a real estate agent collecting personal information from potential buyers must ensure this data is used only for legitimate purpose and protect against unauthorized access duties. Agents Section 164 and 166 Contracts Act 1950 include acting in the principal's best interest, which encompasses safeguarding personal data. Section 164 agents must act in the best interest for the principal, including data protection. The agent is bound to conduct the business of his principal according to the directions given by principal or in the absence of any such directions, according to the custom which were previous in doing business of the same kind and the place where the agent conducts such business. Then Section 166 agents must keep proper accounts and inform the principal of relevant information. An agent is bound to read the proper account to his principal on demand in practice. This means 1. Agents must ensure personal data is only used for the purpose authorized by the principal. 2. Proper safeguards must be in place to prevent US access or breaches. Law of sale of goods. In sales transactions, protecting customer personal data is paramount. Limit conditions and warranties. Section 14 and 15, Safe of Goods Act 1957, may include data protection, ensuring data collected during the sale is used appropriately and security. The transfer of title and risk. Section 26, Sale of Goods Act 1957, implies that data protection responsibilities are also transferred, ensuring continuity in data security. Section 14 and 15. Limited conditions and warranties include data protection. Where the sales sells goods in the course of a business, there is an implied condition that the goods supplied under the contract are of satisfactory quality. Section 26, Transfer of title and risks also transfers data protection responsibilities. Unless otherwise agreed, the goods remain at the sales risk until the property sales is transferred to the buyer. Okay, next page. Employment law. Employers have a duty to protect employers' personal data collected during recruitment, employment, and post-employment stages. Duties of employers include ensuring data is used for a legitimate purpose and adequately. Protect employers have the right to access and collect their personal data. Section 20 and 22, Employment Act 1955, ensuring transparency and fairness. Section 24, employers must protect and use personal data legitimately. Every employer shall prepare and keep one or more registers containing such information regarding each employed by him as may be prescribed by regulations made under this act. Section 20 and 22, employers have the right to access and correct their data. Every employer shall have the right to inspect his own personal records, meaning by the employer and responsible in intervals of time. In practice, 1. Employers must maintain secure records of employers' personal data. 2. Employers should have easy access to their personal data and the ability to request corrections. Okay, next one.
Hello everyone, I'm Xizheng. So introduction of the Personal Data Protection Act 2010 PDPA. The PDPA was intended to regulate the processing of personal data in commercial transactions, ensuring that personal data is made responsible. It against matches with international standards and data protection standards grading individuals' privacy rights. Is one general principle. Section 6 for personal data should be processed only with consent of the data subject. This principle emphasizes the importance of individual acknowledgement and control our personal information. To nice and choose protocol. Section 7 Data subjects most of information about the data being coded and giving truth regarding its use. Trust is critical for building trust between data subjects and data issues. This covers Protocol Section 8. Personal data cannot disclosed without the consent of the data subject. The principle protects the individual from unauthorized access to their information. For Safety Protocol Section 9, adequate measures must be taken to protect personal data, ensure data security and control to prevent leakage and misuse. 5. Retention Protocol Section 10. Personal data should be not kept longer than necessary. This protocol prevents to initiate the accumulation of data recording the risk of the museum. Improving personal data protection. Next picture. Recommendation and conclusion. Improving personal data protection, strengthening legislation and changing existing laws to address emerging data protection challenges, ensure they remain recorded and effective. Raising awareness is data business and the individual about their data protection rights and responsibility, fostering a culture of privacy and security. Implementing best practices about international best practices for data protection and providing learning from successful models in other jurisdictions. Inclusion personal data protection is a critical issue that interests with videos and shapes of Malaysian law. The precursor in the EPPA2823 course provide a strong foundation of understanding and addressing this challenge. By continuing of the web and enforce robust data protection laws, Malaysia can ensure the privacy and security of all citizens' personal data. Thank you, everyone.